Remember when RTS games were everything? When you sit down, load up Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun, and before the match even started, you already knew you were about to lose hours. That music kicks in, you place your first building, and just like that, you're locked in. No distractions, no rushing, just you, your base, and the battlefield. That feeling, it's rare now, but every now and then, a game brings it back. This is Rogue Command, a new RTS that just hit its full 1.0 release, and it takes everything you remember about classic RTS games, then flips it in a really interesting way. At first glance, it looks familiar. You've got base building, resource management, unit control, everything you'd expect from a classic RTS, but then it adds roguelite mechanics on top, and that one change completely transforms how the game feels, because now you're not just building a base, you're building a run. You start small map, basic base, low-cost units, nothing overwhelming. You build up slowly, scout the map, figure out where the enemy is, win your first fight, and then you're given a choice, a tech tree. And this is where the game really opens up. Instead of following a fixed path, you're drafting your build as you go. Every run gives you different options, different units, different upgrades, different strategies. You might get access to tanks, mechs, robotic units, defensive turrets, new buildings, special abilities, and the combinations, they can get ridiculous. One run, you're stacking healer turrets, keeping your entire army alive through fights you shouldn't survive. Next run, you're running missile tanks, wiping out enemies before they even get close. Then suddenly, you've got heavy units on the field. The kind that feel like mammoth tanks straight out of Command and Conquer, slow, powerful, and almost unstoppable. If you build around them, right? Every decision matters, because once you pick something, you're committing to that direction for the rest of the run. Now let's talk about the AI, because this is where things get interesting. Most RTS games make difficulty harder by just giving the AI more resources, or making their units stronger. This game does something different. The AI adapts as you progress. It starts making smarter decisions. You'll notice it, expanding into corners of the map, setting up bases in places you didn't expect, building behind your lines, countering the units you're using. If you lean too heavily into one strategy, it starts to punish you for it. And that forces you to think differently, adapt, react. It doesn't feel cheap, it feels earned, like you're actually being outplayed. Each level isn't just one match, it's a series of matches, usually around 5 to 8 battles per level, and there are multiple levels to push through, each one harder than the last. You're not just trying to win a single game, you're trying to survive an entire run. I made it to level 2, a few matches in, and that's where it ended for me. Not because the game was unfair, but because I made the wrong choices earlier, and that's the key here. Your decisions carry forward. If your build isn't strong enough, you'll feel it later. On top of that, you've got active abilities during matches. These can be things like spawning tanks instantly, calling in artillery strikes, dropping reinforcements exactly where you need them, and depending on your run, you can stack these in some crazy ways. Sometimes you'll have just one ability, you use it at the perfect moment, and it turns the entire fight. Other times, you've got multiple abilities ready to go, and the battlefield just turns into chaos. Explosions everywhere, units dropping in, enemy lines collapsing. It's controlled chaos, and it feels great when it all comes together. The maps themselves have a lot going on too. You're not just fighting the enemy, you're interacting with the environment. You can capture neutral turrets, resource points, and crates, which feel like a throwback to classic RTS games. These give you bonuses, extra resources, sometimes even an edge going into your next upgrade phase. There are also bases you can take over that give you long-term advantages. So every match becomes a choice. Do you push aggressively, or do you take control of the map first, build up your strength, and prepare for what's coming next? This is where the game really stands out, replayability, because no two runs feel the same. Different upgrades, different builds, different outcomes. You might have one run where everything clicks and you feel unstoppable, then the next run you struggle to even get started. And that's what keeps you coming back. You want to try again, do it better, make smarter choices, push just a little bit further. You can step away between matches if you need to. But once you're in a run, it's hard to stop. I went into this just to try it out. Just one run, that was the plan. And I checked the time, it was 2 in the morning and I had work in 5 hours. And I was still sitting there thinking, one more run. That's when you know a game has you. If you grew up playing Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun. You're going to feel that DNA here, the base building, the pacing, the decision making. But the roguelite system adds something new, something that keeps it fresh every single time you play. This isn't just another RTS, it's a different approach to the genre, one where you experiment, adapt, build something completely broken, or watch it all fall apart. Because sometimes you break the game, and sometimes the game breaks you. If you're into RTS games, this is one you should check out. Check the game link in the YouTube description. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.